about to enter a different world, one where the laws of nature are brutally, violently eradicated at a human heartbeat. You are about to enter a different zone, one with a style of sustenance that serves as the gateway between now and then. You're entering a different universe, one where paranoia and hysteria are often indistinguishable from each other, as closely connected as Siamese twins. And finally, you're entering a different zone, one where vampires and werewolves duke it out for the heart of a human. One where it's lust at first bite. Your next stop, the Twilight Zone. And be warned, an eclipse is imminent. It's Thrifting time! Welcome! You're watching the Thrift Store, and where we bring Hollywood home on a budget. If you're anything like my mother, you can just feel the spookiness around you all October long and let it embrace you, envelop you in a chilly but warm hug. Yet I can think of a few things that are far more spookier than vampires and werewolves duking it out for the heart of the same goal. That love triangle, while imperative to the success of Twilight, is really stupidly annoying. And yet, I can't envision Twilight without it. I've been hot on Twilight throughout the past 7 years that I've been talking about it. You guys know me. It's well established I'm the furthest thing from a Twi-hard. And yet I'm a bit hypocritical to myself because I've done nearly 15 videos about the Twilight saga. From Edward and Jacob action figures to the director's notebook, the first director, Catherine Hardwicke, etc., soundtracks and movie books. We've just about covered all there is to cover about Twilight on a budget, so why not one more? For $1.99 I picked up the June 2010 People Magazine special Twilight issue, celebrating the stars of Eclipse. If you're out of the loop, Jacob Black, Taylor Lautner, Robert Pattinson, Edward Cullen, and right there, Kristen Stewart. The woman they're fighting for, Bella Swan. This retailed for $4.99 in the US and $5.99 in Canada, and I don't know about you, but even though I'm not a Twi-hard, $5 for something like this is definitely nothing to sneeze at. In 3 separate articles, this goes in depth on the rises to fame and hairstyles of the core trio of Twilight. However, if I had to sing off one of the 3, it'd probably be the next big thing, Taylor Lautner. With 3 action movies and a multi-million-dollar paycheck, I can think of The Dutchman as one of the 3, directed by the late great John Singleton. The teen star explodes onto the scene as Hollywood's newest it guy. Who, out of the 3, I gotta say, is the one that grasped the attention of the Twi-hards the most. In other words, he understands the craze. He understands the Twi-hards' love for the franchise and the trio. And he embraces it. Look, we have fans who will burst into tears, and it's just moving, says Lautner, signing autographs in Miami. You see, out of the 3, he gets it the most, and he appreciates it. By the way, I think I do own that figure, somewhere around here. Maybe I've gotten rid of it, I don't know, and I'm sure as heck not gonna look for it. But maybe I'll rebuy it for a friend of mine who absolutely was desperate at the time to marry Taylor Lautner. And the reason, by the way, that he has to shut off in so many scenes, it's not strictly for fan service. It's not strictly to fuel the high-octane screaming in movie theaters. It's practical. When he transforms, all his clothes get shredded. He can't help it. And he's also, temperature-wise, hot. 108 degrees, so that's another reason. So yeah, he's hot on 2 different levels. And for Twi-hards, hot on so many levels. Whatever. Anyway, this format, Taylor Lautner's rise to fame, and his hairstyles through the years, applies to Rob Patch and K-Stu as well. So it's the same deal for them both. And by the way, there's an article that focuses on the love affair that happened off-camera between Rob and Kristen, hence the name Robston. This is the trio literally in the spotlight during one of the Twilight Saga film premieres. amidst a sea of Twi-hards. At any moment, those security bars might come down, and we could have a fight on our hands. It could essentially be World War III. There is another highlighter here outside of Twilight that I'm going to save for the very end, and this might be the central reason why I bought this in the first darn place. But anyway, the honorable mention for why I bought this has to go to the Twi-hards. Enter the Twilight Zones. With pictures painted past it, these Twi-hards show their devotion through their decor. A journey into a parallel universe that I actually would be quite pleased to take, with fans that span generations, the youngest being 9 years old. We have folks in their teens, some in their 20s, some in their 30s, showing off their Twilight rooms, all their merch, the props, the decor. Oh yeah, these Twi-hards do try hard. And for their efforts, they were awarded with features in People magazine. So, good on all of them. The youngest, by the way, Brianna McCloskey. I don't know the amount of talent you possess to come up with something like this if you drew this yourself. Look at this. Hand-drawn Twilight fan art. For somebody as young as you to come up with something like this, that is pure talent. Out of all the people, you deserve the special mention in People magazine the most. Oh yeah, this thing also talks about the hot guys of Twilight, namely Kellen Lutz and Jackson Rathbone. I would have liked to see them tickle my funny bone and add in, just for fun, Michael Sheen. Some of the cast post-Twilight, their projects after the saga completes, well, part of the saga discovered Eclipse, like Anna Kendrick and her Oscar-nominated role for Up in the Air, Bryce Dallas Howard, among others. And by the way, we also have a feature on how you can adopt some of the trio's fashion sense, including a section on how to patronize your man. Take Robert Pattinson's sense of style. Pretty fun. Oh, this is Odell Ferland, age 15 at the time. I gotta give her a special mention because, well, I liked her the most in a movie called Case 39. That troubled kid who was adopted by a social worker in Oregon, played by Oscar winner Renee Zellweger. I reviewed it. I liked it. I think that's my favorite role of hers. There's also Boo Boo Stewart. So yeah, a who's who of Twilight cast members that you definitely have seen from many a good film and TV role that was actually good. This is the fashion section I just talked about. Oh yeah, and the evolution of other Twilight cast members, how they changed throughout the years, and not just through aesthetics. That's all there is to this. Oh wait, there isn't, because I got one more feature. Weren't it for the following, this definitely would never have been picked up. Ah, my beloved Pretty Little Liars, we meet again, the loves of my life. Yes, yes, yes. We haven't talked about PLL in a long time, huh? It's been quite a spell since I gussed over 4 of my TV loves. Really 5, but Allison's not featured here. We got my number 1, Spencer Hastings, Aria Montgomery, Hannah Marin, and Emily Fields. I never forgot them. Never will. Never ever will stop loving Shay Mitchell, Lucy Hale, Ashley Benson, and Troy and Belisario the most. I cut out this particular one-page ad for PLL, series premiere June 8, Tuesdays at 8, 7 Central, ABC Family, in another People magazine, and I once hung that on my wall, but I had to take a lot of stuff down on the wall to fit, well, all my games and such, because I don't want to hide the liars. How do I miss them? For $1.99, you Twi-hards are going to be pretty set with this. At least until the first of 2 Breaking Dawn films come out. Or maybe New Moon. I don't know. Yeah, first of 2 Breaking Dawn. Eclipse came after New Moon. Nevertheless, I'm giving this 4.5 out of 5 claps. I mean, the condition that this was in when I first found it was pretty bad. I mean, you see this part here? This was completely bent. It was like this. Pretty bad. I managed to spruce it up just a little bit for review today. hopefully you can appreciate it. Like I can begrudgingly appreciate the legacy of Twilight, which now spans 15 years, and as you just saw, generations of Twi-hards, young and youngish, and young at heart. At the end of the day, at its very core, Twilight, for non-Twi-hards like myself, is mindless entertainment. Mindless entertainment that no doubt has stolen the hearts of Twi-hards that again span generations. Take a cue from Breaking Dawn Part 2. This Twilight never faded. And for this Twilight,
there will always be a forever.
Thanks for watching. Check out more TSR by clicking on another awesome review like this one, top left. And be sure to subscribe by clicking top right. Until next time, I'll catch you on the